Once Nicki Minaj came to the realization that y'all don't love her as a person, y'all only love and respect her as a artist, that triggered her, and that's why she go after women like SZA, Mariah Carey, and Cardi B. But Cardi B is different, and I'm gonna get into that in a minute, right? You have to ask yourself, um, which girls was dating rappers at the time that she was targeting them, because the thing that Nicki Minaj wanted the most out of her career was to get married, have a baby, and get Grammys. And I think she wanted to live the rapper girl's dream, if that's the rapper girl's dream, to marry another big rapper, build a legacy, have rapper babies, and just collect Grammys. I actually thought that Nicki Minaj was going to end up like Eve, marrying a rich man, a multi-billionaire, whatever the case may be, maybe kick her feet up and push out albums and music whenever she wants to, just for the hell of it, right? But the fact that she keeps targeting Cardi B is because Cardi B, within less than 7-8 years, her whole career checked off every single thing she's been praying and begging and asking for. She married a rapper who was big up and coming. She's big up and coming, having rapper babies, and then she gets a Grammy. Now, when Nicki Minaj thought that the older generation was going to replace Little Kim for her, and the younger generation was going to completely forget about Little Kim. Mind you, Little Kim couldn't even lock the door. She couldn't even lock the door when she, when, because stuff happened. Her, Remy Ma, all of the people before, her or during her, could not lock the door because things was happening. They didn't think they needed to or had to. They was actually ready for new rap girls to come in. She comes in because the door was cracked, and she locks it behind her, and Cardi B comes in and busts that bitch down and said, we finna have a house party and do whatever we want. We could do whatever we want. Now, Cardi B might not be the perfect example as far as the black experience and black representation, but she helped other girls come in that, more women and girls can resonate with, who can actually talk that talk and walk that walk, and people resonated with her as a real person. And so Nicki Minaj thought that, targeting these girls was going to turn us completely off from who they are as a person, because all of the rap girls before her was like, we don't like her as a person, but we love her for her art, and that hurt her, because who are you? I'm starting to think, because she's not Black American and Drake is not Black American, and even Rihanna is not Black American, I'm starting to think that her and Drake was performing and giving us how they saw Black American people and black culture, but not actually doing anything for us for real as a collective. And that's why Kendrick Lamar was on Drake's neck, because you're not gonna take credit for or try to replace our legends who actually did something for us as a collective with their talent. You know what I'm saying? Like Tupac and Michael Jackson. Tupac, Brenda's having a baby. Michael Jackson, remember the time, they don't care about us. Michael Jackson, who, gave opportunities to smaller artists, worked mainly with black people, black directors, black producers, black love interests. Everybody in his music videos is black. Most of the people. Unless he's singing about black or white. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could never. And the reason why Kendrick Lamar performed instead of Lil Wayne, because he said more, he did more. We want him. Because we actually have something to say right now. We're going through stuff right now. We don't want you to talk. We want him to talk. He's perfect. And the same thing with Nicki. I think Cardi B is who Nicki thought we saw her as. And once she was like, oh my God. Once you realize that these girls have never switched up, this is genuinely who they are as a person, and they're not acting, she started to target more people. Jay-Z, Beyonce, this is who they are. They never switched up, good or bad. The fact that, and then Megan Thee Stallion comes in sharing her black experience, talking about mental health, and and talking about her situation, and give you a documentary and all of this stuff, speaking, using her voice, and then she gets a Grammy and stuff like that. That pissed her off, because she used her moment of weakness as the aha moment, like, oh, you're not going to be able to live the Black American rapper dream. Because I think Tory Lanez is a rapper too, or a singer or whatever. He's a big artist. You got to give him his credit. You're not going to try to outdo me either. This is all centered around men. I don't think Mariah Carey dated a rapper or been with a rapper, but I wouldn't be surprised if behind the scenes she was with a big rapper, and it triggered her because her relationship with Nas and Meek Mill did not work out. She couldn't build the legacy that she wanted because 50% of it, she's probably the problem, not the whole problem. But she, and the man that she attracts is like, and that's why she's targeting Beyonce. Why are you targeting the woman that worked with you? And then she got mad that, Megan Thee Stallion worked with her because you thought you was going to be the first and one and only. Why are you trying to possess people? That pissed her off. That genuinely pissed her off. She's targeting or trying to target Beyonce because she's with a big, well-known rapper, Jay-Z. She's targeting SZA because the allegations is SZA is with Travis Scott. Regardless of how you feel about him, he's big, or he was big. You get what I'm saying? All of these girls are with men that are big and well-known, and I have to settle for a man that can't even be in a toy aisle at the store. He can't be at the park. He can't be at a daycare. He can't be at a school. He can't even be at a block party, bitch. He couldn't even stand at the corner when he was making a video. And that's why Offset responded with him getting on a jet, because they know why she's mad. My man is a rapper and he got money and he finna get on this jet. What can your man do with his money? And hell, my money too. That's why she targeted her firstborn. It's not just because she's a girl and all of that stuff. It's because she's living a dream that she's been praying for, because she can't shake the fact that she's so male-centered. And that's why she's upset. And I'm gonna make another video if y'all want. I'm gonna make another video on and Rihanna, right? The reason why people love Rihanna, I don't think Rihanna thought or knew that she was going to end up becoming this big. Rihanna came in still showing her respect. She said she loved Beyonce. She didn't have to do that, but she's Rihanna, right? Rihanna, not being Black American, she created opportunities for Black American women as soon as she started her business. Her businesses. You see Black women all through the Fenty. She even spoke about, things that's happening in America with Black people the best way she could. Get your ass out there and vote, bitch. All type of stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's why they love Rihanna. But Drake and Nicki, they just exposed to us how you see us. I don't think she cared about the Black experience or certain communities or even herself for real. Because legends before her did not have to tweet away. They stayed in them interviews, got paid for their opinions, stayed in the studio, got paid for their opinions, because they know there's more to it. And I'm gonna make another video on it. This video is already long. The reason why Nicki Minaj settled for Mr. Petty is because he's the only person that actually genuinely see her for who she is. Do he genuinely like her for who she is? I don't know. But, him just not allowing, but just letting her be, whether she is doing drugs or whatever the case may be, she resonates with that type of man. I don't think that Nicki knows how to genuinely receive love outside of her just being an artist. A lot of women rappers before her said that they didn't like her as a person, but they respected her craft, and she didn't like that. That hurt her. So that's why she targets, like I said in my last video, certain women, because how come y'all don't like me as a person, but y'all love them as a person and as a artist? Because they never switched up. And when it came to them making serious decisions, they stood on business. The fact that you stood up for your brother, and then the whole her mother and her father situation, whatever the case may be, and you married Mr. Petty, turn people off. And so she's doing things in hopes that she can turn us off from all of the, you know, women artists that she targets: SZA, Mariah Carey, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto, all of them. And it's like, no. Now, some of them did switch up, but the ones that did not switch up, Mariah Carey, SZA, Cardi B, once she realized, oh, this is genuinely who they are as a person, and there's nothing that I can do about it. They're not acting. This is real life, and people love them. She just keeps finding more victims. And then also in my last video, I said that regardless of her words, her actions speak louder than her words. And that's really crazy, because most of her music to me is her talking her shit, you know. And yeah, she probably could have married a rapper if she wanted to, but I personally feel like those men overly sexualized her and only want her for one thing. They didn't like who she was as a person, and they probably felt bad for her, and she knew that. Ain't no telling who she was entertaining behind the scenes. So she was like, you know what, let me just settle for this man, because she has to sit back and watch all of her peers and more get spoiled, flown out, bags. Ain't no telling what she's hearing. That's why Cardi B was like, why are you comparing yourself to me? Why are you competing with me? Or whatever the case may be. Why do I piss you off? That's why her husband and Offset was going back and forth, because they knew exactly why she was mad. You have to watch all of these girls, singers, be with these rappers, you know what I'm saying, and get spoiled and loved and respected by these rappers. And these rappers, these men don't even like you probably. And she's so male-centered, it kills her, because her entire, you know, career is trying to please men. Lil Wayne, Drake, Lil Wayne, this man, that man, that. And the girls is doing stuff for the girls. They mainly tell you, hey, use these, take this, that. Yeah, he's still gonna spin a bag on me, that, and while still talking their shit, while still being overly sexualized. They don't care. And the men like that. They like, yeah, let me spin a bag on you. I like you. Regardless if Cardi B and Offset is divorced, I'm pretty sure Offset still go crazy over Cardi B. He probably crying every night, mad. But when it comes to Nicki, those men, they probably sad because they can no longer like get clout off her or use her or whatever. Well, I don't know. That's what Safari was giving. That's what Meek Mill was giving to me, you know. But did they genuinely like her as a person and love her as a person? No. And so she settled for a petty. And the thing about all of the women rappers before her, even when all of the artists, regardless, even the actors, the singers, the rappers, even when they didn't like each other and they was beefing, they still supported each other, showed up in each other's music videos and on set, and you know, in a music, and gave each other opportunities and things like that, because there's a bigger picture here. We're dealing with discrimination, colorism, texturism, sexism, racism. And there's little to no opportunities. They're not paying us, so let's put this beef to the side. Let's make money off the beef. And that's why they want Nicki to do what Michael Jackson and Prince did. They was having meetings, because we're Black American and we have something to prove here. I don't care if you don't like me. Our white counterparts are making 3 times more than us, and she thinks that she can take from someone else's mouth, because she can't stomach the fact that people don't like her decisions and who she is as a person. So let me highlight all of these other girls' flaws so y'all can hate them. No, we actually love them more now. Thank you. Hell, a lot of them influenced, just like she influenced girls to get BBLs. A lot of them girls is influencing girls to go ahead and get face balancing and Botox and lips injections. Shit, I want to look good too. Fuck. Oh, I'm not ugly. I'm just fucking broke as hell. So when she came in through that crack door that Little Kim left open because shit happened, and they welcomed her with open arms because they was looking for a woman rapper, she locked that door because this is all I have. And when Cardi B came in and bust that bitch down, and the girls started coming in and they had a house party, twerking and shit, they talking they shit, the niggas is like, hey, I want to come over here with y'all. She didn't like that. Invite me to the party. Matter of fact, I'm finna crash your party. And Kendrick Lamar, what he say? Because we're dealing with stuff right now. The fact that we're going through all of the stuff that we're going through right now, and you're talking about another woman's, you're trying to stop another woman's bag as she's literally pregnant. Are you insane? We don't care how you feel about her. I don't care if she rapped the alphabet for 20 minutes, 20 songs straight. I don't care. Let's give her some money. Matter of fact, when the next artists come out, black artists, we gonna do the same thing. Shit, I want something to listen to any fucking way. I'm bored. Give me some brain right. Like, and she did not like that. She didn't like it. And also, regardless if y'all think that she can rap better than Little Kim and she looked better, Little Kim was Little Kim around the time that it mattered. Black representation mattered. Brown skin, dark skinned women wearing colored wigs, dressing half naked, overly sexualized while trying to, practice self-love while also going through heartbreak and grief from a man that she came into the industry with, that she probably wanted to marry and have babies with, but he a piece of shit. So Nicki probably was like, oh, I can definitely destiny swap if I can marry me a legend, a man, and have rapper babies, like I said in my last video, and you know what I'm saying, and collect Grammys. It didn't work out with Nas. It didn't work out with Meek Mill. So let me settle for a man that I met when I was a kid, because I feel like he genuinely see me. Nobody else sees me or understand me or love me. And that's why she attacked that girl that came on here and was like, I don't think Nicki Minaj genuinely understands that she's Nicki Minaj, and she doesn't. Because what I said in my last video, I don't think that's genuinely who she was this whole time. That's why she attacks Beyonce. She's living her dream. Even though Beyonce is Beyonce. Like, what? Why are you comparing yourself to women that actually put in the work and been here for a while? Why you keep trying to attack Jay-Z? Do you want him? Or do you want a man like him? Do you genuinely believe that you cannot attract a man like that and you're literally Nicki Minaj? Ain't no telling how she treat men in her relationships behind the scenes if she treats women like this. If Michael Jackson came into the industry and instead of showing James Brown love, he said, I sing better than him, smoother than him, I dance smoother than him, my music is better. The older generation would have been like, I don't like you as a person because you don't get it. You're a child. But keep making them hits and we're going to see how far your career goes. But Michael Jackson didn't do that. He continued to use his legacy to educate us in his generation, even after he's gone. And